What up guys, Minty Nice back here again with another video, and today I have something very exciting to share with you guys. This is my first PSA graded submission that has finally been returned after what feels like forever. It's been about 3 months. Overall, I gotta say, I am extremely pleased with the grades that I got back, and I wanted to share them with you guys because some of these cards are absolute bangers, and I know that you guys would enjoy them too. Let's just go through the cards. You saw on TikTok or on Instagram, I posted the cards that I would be submitting, so you guys can check it out there for like the before and after if you have any interest in that. But nevertheless, I'd like to show you guys the first card here from this Beckett slab. So you can see we got the gold slab. So this is going to be a pretty high grade right off the rip here. If it was a little bit lower, I think anything below a 9, they do a silver. Or actually, they might even do for 9s a silver one. So this means it's a 9.5 or above. So let's check it out here. Very excited about this card. Just a preface too, I did look at all of these already, and I did look at them in the email they sent me, so I was aware before I opened this like what all the grades I was getting were, but at the same time I didn't know the subgrades, so that's kind of what I wanted to break down with you guys here, and I'll be leaving them in the packaging most likely as well, but we can still see the slab, and we can still see all the subgrades and whatnot. So anyway, let's take a look. This is the 20th anniversary Venusaur EX, and this is from the CP6 20th anniversary set. Very, very excited about this grade here, getting a 10. This is probably one of the more valuable cards I have in my collection, and definitely one of the biggest profit makers I have too. Considering I got the box of CP6 for $60 when it first dropped back in 2016. So I love to see that I got all 10s here, besides the centering being a 9.5. That's a little difficult to swallow because obviously I think, you know, had we looked at this a little closer, it does look like the centering is really, really good. I don't really know where the 0.5 comes from, but, you know, would have loved to have that black label, but can't be disappointed with the 10, right? So we'll start there. Number 2, we got another gold slab here, another Japanese card. This is the 20th anniversary CP6 Charizard. I was a little bummed about this, getting a 9.5. We can see the centering's perfect on this one, but 9.5 on everything else. It's also got that hollow swirl, so I was very stoked to get this graded. Would have loved to see it inch out that extra 0.5 for the 10, but overall, can't be too disappointed with the 9.5 either. All right, got another gold slab here. Ooh, the Umbreon. Now again, this was another one. Really would have liked to have a 10. Everything graded in 9.5. This is from EV Heroes. This is the Alt Art Umbreon V. Just a really dope card in my opinion, and I love Umbreon. I have a pretty decent Umbreon collection coming around now, which I don't think I've ever actually showed this on video, but this is the first graded card that I ever bought. This is the PSA 10 Hidden Fates Umbreon, and I don't really collect English anymore, so you know, I might be looking to move this at some point. If anybody has an offer or wants to trade or something, I would definitely be interested in getting the Japanese version of this card. I would definitely do like English for Japanese if anybody has one. But anyway, so 9.5s all around for this Umbreon, and I can't be too upset about that either. I think this is still a really good grade on this card. Again, would have loved to have it in a 10 though. Got another gold plate here. Perfect. Another 9.5 Charizard, getting 10s all around except the 9 on the centering this time. Really, I don't see where the 9 instead of a 9.5 comes from. I really think this could have gotten a 10. So that's a little bit of a bummer as well. I mean, I know Beckett is definitely the strictest of all the grading companies, but this 25th anniversary promo, I actually opened this on camera. I've never uploaded the video for that though. I should really get around to that, considering it was like over a year ago now maybe when this set came out. But anyway, this is the oh yeah, 2021. So this is actually, oh man, I gotta get to working on those videos. But anyway, this is a super dope card, and just to see, we get the two 9.5s here. Little different. It looks like the art is a little bit more zoomed in on the 25th anniversary, if you notice, right? The flame is a little bit more cut off, and Charizard's a little bit closer, I think. But you know, both 9.5s, the 25th anniversary got a little bit of a better grading if you look at the subgrades. But regardless, again, 9.5, so far so good. Now we got another gold plate here. And this is our 25th anniversary 10. Now, I mean, again, I just want to look. Can we really see any significant differences in the centering. Like I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. I'm just looking quick here, but it's a little bit of a bummer. Could have had 2 10s there, would have been really nice, but just the 0.5 away from the Black Label again. I really did like these 25th anniversary cards. I have one more that I should have sent in for grading. I have the not the delivery Pikachu, the birthday Pikachu that I want to send in for grading, which I'll probably be doing another batch pretty soon. So we got a silver label here. Let's check out this one. Now this one, oh man, I think this is probably the card that I was most bummed about getting a 9 here. Because look at the grades. We got 10, 10, 10, and a 9, or excuse me, an 8 on the surface. And the reason for that, let me see if I can find it here. There's 3 different print lines on this card. There's one, there you go, I think you can see that one. There's one at the top there. There's one in the middle somewhere. Where is it? You can see it right there. I know the sunlight's kind of hitting here, so it's kind of tough, but there's one right where my finger is here. And then there's another one down towards the bottom somewhere. Can't find it at the moment. Right there, if you can see it with my left thumb. So 3 print lines on this one. Perfect 10s all around, and the print lines drop it down to a 9. So that's a little disappointing. This is a great card from VMAX Climax. I was very stoked when I hit it, and getting a 9 just feels a little bittersweet, but could be worse, you know? And back to a gold label. Let's see what we got here. Another 9.5. Tough with the 9 on the centering. Really dope card here. This is Blues Tactics. Amazing art from Tag Team GX with the Charmander. There was also a Greens Exploration and Reds Challenge or something like that. All great cards from this set, and I was happy to pull that one. Another gold grade here. I think this one's a 10. Which one's this? Yeah, this is probably my favorite return, because this is one of my favorite cards again. Just another Umbreon that I love having in my collection. I got this out of a God pack actually from Tag Team GX, which is like insane. I do have the footage of that actually. I'd probably say that's one of the first raw videos that I have of me opening cards. There's a few from like when I was opening Shiny Star V, and you know, then the God pack. I had JD record for me when I opened up the pack, and it was a God pack. So I'll upload that at some point, and maybe I'll edit out the geekiness, because I was definitely geeking a little bit. But anyway, so to the subgrades here, perfect 10s and then a 9.5 on the centering. I don't know, I guess you could make the argument it's off a little bit left to right. It looks a little bit bigger on the right side, the centering there. But yeah, so I guess it makes sense. Not perfect. Would have loved the Black Label for the Blackie, you know, but can't be disappointed with a 10 this card. This is a fantastic grade. Another gold here. Lily's Full Force. Now this card I pulled from Dream League, which is a set, if you're familiar. It was the first introduction of CHRs, character rares, which are now ARs or art rares for the newer sets. We saw that in V-Star Universe. And again, we got all 10s here except for the centering. Very stoked about this card coming back at 10. This was one of the big hits that I really wanted to grade well, and I knew that it should be good for a 10. I was even hoping for the Black Label here, but Lily's Full Force, great card from Dream League. Another gold label here, and maybe the most important hit of all of them in this grading batch, perfect 10. Not the Black Label, however. We got the 9.5 on the centering again. Same thing for this card. I sent it in because I had a really strong feeling that it should be a 10, and this is the biggest hitter from Dream League, which again I pulled. I actually pulled these 2 cards in back-to-back boxes, which was insane because I got the boxes for $50, and if you look up Dream League now, they're running for like, I don't know, $350, $400. Now this card, I saw it already, so I'm just gonna flip it. This is kind of, I didn't pull this, I bought this online because it looked really minty, and it is, right? 9.5 on the corners, 9.5 on the edges, 9 on the centering. I guess there's just some scratching or something that I never noticed on the surface, or maybe it's on the back. Like, I guess I could never really tell. Let's see, can we see anything? I guess nope, that's on the plaque. You know, I don't know, I don't really see any marks. Most of the marks that the camera's picking up are actually on the slab, not the card itself. you know, are there any scratches on here? Like, I can't... Oh, that might be it. I see them now. I think I see them. I think that's on the card. No, that even looks like it might be. Either way, I don't know. It's really tough to tell once it's inside the slab. But this card is one of my favorite cards in my collection. The Light Arcanine from 2001. I think this would be Neo... Oh, what's that symbol? It's not Discovery. Neo Destiny, maybe? I think that might be it. In English, Darkness to Light, 2001. So, I mean, for a 23-year-old card to come back, or 22-year-old card to come back in an 8, I'm pretty happy about it. I kind of figured this would be an 8 at best, just based off of the age, even though I knew it was pretty minty. But very happy to see this grade in 8. Anything higher would have been really lucky. Okay, so this card... this is another silver label here. So this card I graded for one of my buddies. Little disappointed with the grade that it came back in, I think. It's just the centering killed it. I mean, look at everything else. Edges 10, corners 9.5, surface 9.5. It's just the centering just absolutely killed it. And you can definitely see that left to right, it's just not in a good spot. And then even top to bottom a little bit, it's off too. But overall, I mean, this card's amazing. If you collect English, you've seen this card as the Hidden Fates promo. But this is just an absolute banger of a card to pull from the Sky Legends set. So I was stoked for him when he pulled this. And even in an 8.5, this should definitely age pretty well. So I'll be sending that to my buddy. Got another gold label here, another 10. This one, I said the Rosa might have been the most important in this batch, but I take that back. I think actually this Espeon promo from the Eevee Heroes gym box, this was probably the most important grade of the entire batch. I needed a 10 in this, like, to make that purchase worth it for sure. So very happy to see this come back at 10 again, all 10s except for the 9.5 on the centering. I think the only thing here to do with this card is to keep it and hold on to it and just let it grow in value, because this card is an absolute banger. I love this Espeon. Eevee Heroes is an amazing set, and it'll definitely age very well. So this card in a 10, stoked to have it in my collection. We have another gold label here. This card I was super stoked to pull when I got it. I think I got this out of my first box of Matchless Fighters that I pulled, or I guess Peerless Fighters, as you can see here. Again, all 10s except for that centering. And the artwork on this card, it was kind of the first of the alternate art hyper rares, I believe. So they did away with like the rainbow hyper rares, or maybe they still had them, but they added these rainbow rare, they added these alternate art hyper rares, I think, in this set. So this was the first one of that. Or at least in the first set that did that, and this was definitely the biggest hit in that set. So to pull that, very lucky. You know, we get those minty nice pulls on the channel. That's why we're minty nice, you know. Let's see, we got another silver here. Let me see, do I remember what this one is? I don't at the moment. Oh, okay, yeah. Duh, forgot these were coming. Okay. So I have to express a little disappointment just because 8.5, like, I wanted to get a better grade on this card. I pulled this out of Shiny Star V, and I mean, yeah, the centering is not great, and there's print lines on it, so the surface actually got a 9.5 anyway. So it's kind of wild to me that the centering is what killed this card, because like I said, I do believe there's print lines on it. Down here maybe? No. Up top right there, I think that's a print line, but it's not very prominent. But either way, so I mean, to have the centering come back in 8, like, I get that it's not perfect, but 8's a little drastic, I felt like, for this card. So 8.5 is a little low for me, in my opinion. And then this one, same thing, surface got a 9, edges got a 10, 9.5, and then the surface, I mean, the centering, just an 8.5. I don't know. So getting a 9, better than an 8.5, obviously, but, you know, I didn't expect either of these to get 10s because I knew that print lines were there in both cards. There's a couple on this one, I believe, too. But to see the centering kill it that bad, that I wasn't really prepared for. So I'm a little disappointed about the 8.5 for the Marnie. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know if that's justified or if that's, like, probably deserved. 10 here in the VMAX Pikachu, the gold. 10s all around, 9.5 on the edges. Great card here. This is from VMAX Climax. Pulled that one myself as well. Actually, all these cards pretty much I pulled myself except for this one, this last card, and the Arcanine. I think everything else was pulled myself. 9 here, can't really argue with it. I bought this card on eBay to get it back in a 9. Everything looks pretty minty. 9, 9.5, 9, 10. Would have liked a 9.5 here. Would have been nice if the centering got a 9.5. I don't really see how it's off too bad. Maybe a little bit top to bottom, but really not that bad. Left to right a little bit as well. So yeah, maybe a 9 makes sense. I don't know. Surface being a 9, that's a little disappointing. Like I said, when you buy the cards online, you are always taking a little bit of a gamble. And I guess I do see, now that I'm looking at it, pretty good print line right at the top here. I don't know if you can see that. So maybe that's what happened there, just a print line. Can't see any other ones though. But either way, this card's fantastic, and to get a 9 in this, very happy for that. So overall, guys, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing here. Again, let's just talk about my favorite card, the Arcanine, and then the most important card to come back, the the Espeon from Eevee Heroes. And my biggest disappointment probably has to be the Marnie here. But again, can't really ask for too much more than what I got here. Nothing too bad, and I mean, these cards are all gonna be really good for my collection, and you know, I'm pretty stoked about the way it turned out. So thank you, Beckett, for a good grading, and hopefully there will be more Minty Nice grade breaks in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.